Hello everyone, welcome to Programming Cradle. Today in this video I'll be discussing about various parameters based on which you can select a particular course which is good for you. Because I thought of making this video because I've been getting many questions regarding various courses. So I can always tell you which course is better and which course is not, but that would be just my opinion, and it will be based on my preferences, my constraints. But that doesn't mean all those constraints and preferences holds good for you as well. So I thought of making this video, and I will explain various points in this video so that based on those points you can decide if a particular course is for you or not. But before moving forward, I would like to request you, if you are new here or if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead, click on the subscribe button and be a part of Programming Cradle family, and also hit that bell icon so that you get notified each time when a video goes live. Now with that being said, let's move on to the video. The first point is fees of the course. In my opinion, this is the most important point because let's say if you have some course which you like, the course content is good, educator is good, and they are providing job assistant as well, but that course costs some more than 1 lakh or maybe even more, and you don't have that much budget. So there's no point in checking out that course, right? So the first thing you need to do is set your budget. It can be anything based on your background or based on your economic health. So based on that you can decide how much is your budget and how much you are ready to spend on a particular course. Now because it depends person to person, like let's say you ask about some course and it cost XYZ or whatever value, and in my opinion that might be costly for me, so I might say it is a costly course, but you can always afford that much, and that might be a proper budget for your proper value for that course, so you can select that course. So that's why I think this is the most important point. Fees is one of the most important points, and you should first set your budget and then you can go into the market and look for the courses. Now with that being said, let's move on to the next point, which is course content. Because if you are in a market looking for some course, the course content should be good. And in my opinion, nowadays whatever courses are there in the market, most of the courses are having pretty good course content, and they cover almost everything in that course. I'm not just talking about data science course, I'm talking about in general. So it can be anything, web development, blockchain, Android development, iOS development. So there can be many courses in the market, and based on your requirement you can select any course. But of course you need to search what all things you need to know to be a good developer in a particular field. Let's say if you want to become a data scientist, so we need to have a good knowledge of programming, specifically in Python. It can be any language actually. So the course should include Python, and they should include exploratory data analysis, because that is a very important point. Collection of data, processing of data, they should also be there, and of course machine learning, deep learning. And if they are providing other things like big data technology, it is an added advantage, but it is not must. But if they have that in their course, it is actually very good. So yeah, course content is very important, and you should see the syllabus or curriculum properly, and you can decide if the course content is good. So now with that being said, let's move on to the next point, which is educator. In almost all my videos, I try to emphasize more on educator because it is actually very important. Because if you have seen the course content of a particular course and you liked it, they are covering almost everything whatever you want to learn. But if the educator is not capable enough to make you understand all those points, there is no point in having a great curriculum, right? For me, some educator will be very good, but maybe for a fellow student or a fellow classmate, that particular teacher is not good. So what I would suggest you is, before taking a course, go to the website. If they have any free course material or free lecture videos, you can watch those videos, and if you are able to understand those concepts properly, so you can go for that course, and most probably you will be able to understand all the topics which are covered in the course. So yeah, this was the point about educator, and in my opinion this is one of the most important points. So you should look for how good educator is. Now with that being said, let's move on to the next point, which is duration of the course. There are chances like you are ready to spend your next two years on a particular technology to learn, so you can go for masters, and maybe you don't have that much time and you want to get into that particular domain in less time. So you can always look for some less duration course like 12 months or even 15 months courses. Diploma courses are there, so many diploma courses, so you can choose those courses. And if you have even less time, you can go for some certificate courses, so they will take all like 6 to 7 months to complete those courses. So based on your time, how much time you have in your hand and how much effort you can put in, and yeah, based on that you can decide which course is good for you. So of course duration of a particular course matters a lot. Now with that being said, let's move on to the next point, which is mode of delivery. For many of you, you might prefer offline courses, and there will be many people who wants to take online courses. So you need to see if a particular company or organization or a school is providing what mode of delivery, online or offline. So based on that you can decide which one you want. But if you there are various differences and pros and cons about each online and offline courses. So if you like to know, do let me know in the comment section. I will try to make a video on that. And but in short, if I have to tell you a difference between online and offline, it's like offline courses are actually costly as compared to online courses if we consider same amount of course content, and also it is not very flexible on offline courses, because you will have to be in that particular region to attend those classes. It's not possible for a student to move from one state to another state just for that course. So if you can do that, that is very good, and you can of course opt for offline courses, but for everybody it's not possible. So, and whereas online courses are actually very flexible, you can take it from anywhere, anytime. But in online courses also there are two mode of delivery. One is pre-recorded sessions and the other one is live sessions. So of course these two are also having their own pros and cons. So if you like to know this as well, you can also let me know in the comment section. I will be very happy to make a video on this as well. So now with that being said, let's move on to the next topic, or next point I should say. Last but not the least, it is actually important for many people, which is job assistant. So almost all the courses, paid courses, they are providing job assistant, and you can always check out if it is actually good or not. And almost all companies or schools are having, or institutes are having the companies mentioned on their website, the companies which are hiring from them. So if you are interested, you can always go to their website and check out which all companies are hiring from them. And also you can go to LinkedIn and search for students who have already completed their course from a particular they have completed a particular course, and they have got placed in a particular company, and you can ask them how is the job assistant thing, and how many students are able to get placed, and what is the placement ratios and all. There are many questions, so based on your requirement you can ask those students, and I think they will be happy to help you and answer your questions. Not everybody answers or reply to the messages. Even before taking applied AI course, I tried asking many people about the course. I almost sent 50 connections to people, and I guess only 10 to 15 people accepted my request, and out of 15 only 7 to 8 people answered my message. So yeah, not everybody replies, but be patient and try to message them, or you can try to contact them, and maybe you will get a reply and it will be helpful for you. So yeah, these were the points which I wanted to discuss with you guys. And if you have any other point, you can always let me know in the comment section. I will try to explain about that as well in the comment section, or if it is a major point, I will try to make a video in future as well. So yeah, if you haven't downloaded the data science notes, you can download the data science notes. Link will be in the description, and you can also join our Telegram group where we discuss about few things. So yeah, with that being said, I will be leaving for the day, and maybe we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. So bye.